Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to another awesome social studies lesson. I hope you are excited to do some more personal budget fun learning today. We're going to talk about some more learning about money. So I hope you're ready to go. So let's review real quick. What is the difference that we learned yesterday between income and expenses? And why do we need both of those? I'll give you a couple of seconds to think about that. So, if we remember from yesterday, income is the money you make or the money you are given for something. Expenses means money you spend paying for something. Income can be anything. It can be when you have a job and you're making money at your job, or you're getting money for your birthday or even on holidays, or when you're selling something for money. For instance, if you have something you own and you want to sell it, that's earning income. Or when you're just selling something like a lemonade stand or a hot dog stand, that is income. So, another element of managing your money that we're going to learn about today is savings. Well, what exactly is savings? So, savings is the money that you keep and set aside to use in the future. Well, here's an example. You can set aside money for savings in a bank or for you right now, you might just have a piggy bank. Here's an example of how you can save money. Doing chores. Let's pretend that you get $5 a week for doing chores. $5 big. If you were to save that $5 every week for 4 straight weeks, you would earn $20. You could do so much with just that $20. You could buy a new game. You could go to the movies. You could do so much with just $20 and saving your money for 4 weeks. So, we're going to read a little story about a boy named Alexander, and he might look familiar to you. We have read a story about Alexander before in our life. Alexander, the no good, terrible day that he had. Well, he's going to learn another lesson today. Let's learn what lesson he's going to learn. This story is called Alexander Who Used to Be Rich Last Sunday by Judith Fjorst. It isn't fair that my brother Anthony has $2 and 3/4 and 1 dime and 7 nickels and 18 pennies. It isn't fair that my brother Nicholas has $1 and 2/4 and 5 dimes and 5 nickels and 13 pennies. It isn't fair because what I've got is bus tokens. And most of the time, what I've mostly got is bus tokens. And even when I'm rich, I know that pretty soon what I'll have is bus tokens. I know because I used to be rich last Sunday. Last Sunday, Grandma Betty and Grandpa Louie came to visit from New Jersey. They brought lox because my father likes to eat lox. They brought plants because my mother likes to grow plants. They brought $1 for me and $1 for Nick and $1 for Anthony because Mom says it isn't nice to say this, but we like money a lot, especially me. My father told me to put the $1 away to pay for college. He was kidding. Anthony told me to use the $1 to go downtown to a store and buy a new face. Anthony stinks. Nikki said to take the $1 and bury it in the garden, and in a week a Dollar Tree would grow. Ha ha ha. Mom said if I really want to buy a walkie-talkie, save my money. Saving money is hard. Because last Sunday, when I used to be rich, I went to Pearson's drugstore and got bubble gum. And after the gum stopped tasting good, I got one more gum. And after that gum stopped tasting good, I got one more gum. And even though I told my friend David I'd sell him all the gum in my mouth for a nickel, he still wouldn't buy it. Well, goodbye 15 cents. Last Sunday, when I used to be rich, I bet that I could hold my breath till 300. Anthony won. I bet that I could jump from the top of the stoop and land on my feet. Nikki won. I bet that I could hide this purple marble in my hand, and my mom would never guess which hand I was hiding it in. I didn't know that moms made children pay. Goodbye, another 15 cents. I absolutely was saving the rest of my money. I positively was saving the rest of my money, except that Eddie called me up and said that he would rent me his snake for an hour. I always wanted to rent his snake for an hour. Goodbye, 12 cents. Anthony said when I'm 99, I still won't have enough for a walkie-talkie. Nick said I'm too dumb to be let loose. My father said that there are certain words a boy can never say, no matter how ratty and mean his brothers are being. My father fined me 5 cents each for saying them. Goodbye, dime. Last Sunday, when I used to be rich, by accident, I flushed 3 cents down the toilet. A nickel fell through a crack when I walked on my hands. I tried to get my nickel out with a butter knife and also my mother's scissors. Goodbye, 8 cents. And the butter knife. And the scissors. Last Sunday, when I used to be rich, I found this chocolate candy bar just sitting there. I rescued it from being melted or smushed. Except the way I rescued it from being melted or smushed was that I ate it. How was I supposed to know it was Anthony's? Goodbye, 20 cents. I absolutely was saving the rest of my money. I positively was saving the rest of my money. But then Nick did a magic trick that made my pennies vanish in thin air. The trick to bring them back, he hasn't quite learned yet. Goodbye, 4 cents. Anthony said that even when I'm 199, I still won't have enough for a walkie-talkie. Nick said that they should lock me in a cage. My father said there are certain things a boy can never kick, no matter how ratty and mean his brothers are being. My father made me pay 5 cents for kicking. Goodbye, nickel. Last Sunday, when I used to be rich, Kathy around the corner had a garage sale. I positively only went to look. I looked at a half-melted candle. I needed that candle. I looked at a bear with one eye. Oh, I needed that bear. I looked at a deck of cards that was perfect except for no 7 of clubs and no 2 of diamonds. I didn't need that 7 or 2. Goodbye, 25 cents. I absolutely was saving the rest of my money. I positively was saving the rest of my money. I absolutely positively was saving the rest of my money. Except I needed to get some money to save. I tried to make a tooth fall out. I could put it under my pillow and get a quarter. No loose teeth. I looked in Pearson's telephone booth for nickels and dimes that people sometimes forget. No one forgot. I brought some non-returnable bottles down to Friendly's Market. Friendly's Market wasn't very friendly. I told my grandma and grandpa to come back soon. Last Sunday, when I used to be rich, I used to have $1. I do not have $1 anymore. I've got this dopey deck of cards. I've got this one-eyed bear. I've got this melted candle and some bus tokens. So Alexander really did learn a very important lesson. I hope you were able to understand what lesson he learned. And to help you think about that, we have a little task for you to complete. This is what your task is going to look like. Let's see what it looks like in full camera. There's going to be some questions for you to answer about Alexander and his way of saving money. There's only 5 questions. The story is right here if you need it read to you again. There's also the questions right above each question. There is a little link for you to click on just in case you want it read out loud to you. When you click on that link, it will take you to another page and you will click on the play button right here and it will read you the question out loud. Once you are done answering all of your questions in complete, full, beautiful 4th grade sentences, then you can submit and you are done with your assignment. I hope you had an awesome time learning how to save and hopefully a little bit better than Alexander did. Have a great day, guys, and enjoy your social studies.